Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're at, ladies and gents. I am Kura Isagami, your resident tinkerer and Medarotter, and this is the Medarot News Network, bringing you all the latest developments and happenings with our favorite pet-fighting robot series. Now, it looks like 2025 has officially begun as far as Medarot is concerned, while last week most certainly was a very openly welcomed moment of respite to kind of relax and recoup a handful of rubies that we used a lot of over previous months. It looks like things are finally going to be amping up for Medarot S's 5th anniversary in just a couple weeks as of, or actually just in the next couple weeks within, actually, as of time of recording. But serving as a precursor to that, to kind of get the ball rolling and to start up the hype, we'll be seeing the introduction of a brand new installment in the Beetle Type series, sporting the likeness of two very extremely iconic Hercules Beetle types and serving as a new usurper to the Beetle called KAISER. That being said, let's go ahead and jump right into what was officially announced for this week, starting with the gacha banners and who to expect with the lineup. Now for this week, we're only going to be getting one really big banner this time around, of course featuring the main model that you see here, and that is KBT-16 KAISER Arc, with a mostly new kit of Burn Blast, Magnum, Shotgun, Biped Legs, and a new leg ability of Gear Change. Now, comparing KAISER Beetle and Arc Beetle to this brand new model here, it's extremely obvious that Mr. Kenki most certainly was cooking with this design as the creator of both of those original aforementioned models, and this one is most certainly no exception either, as a very nice fusion of the two aesthetically. But to explain the new models as well, the new skills as well, because this one is bringing a lot to the table. This is going to be not only two brand new skills, one new attack skill, one new leg ability, but also the first ever instance of the Burn Blast ability that is included on a non-collab model. For those that are out of the loop, Burn Blast, or also known as Brave Blast when it was first debuted, was debuted on the Blast Brave Burn collaboration model back last year. So it's going to be very exciting to see this fit very exceptionally well with a high-power KBT Hercules Beetle type. To explain the other skill, Magnum is basically a shooting version of Terminate, but in reverse, so instead of attacking a foe in cool, attack them in heat, and you have a high chance to insta-break something in question. And Gear Change boosts his heat and cool for every combat skill used, stacking up to an impressive 5 times and nearly 90% heat cool boost when fully active. So, KAISER Arc is most certainly going to be an exceptionally powerful model that, when used right, attacks foes from the front and absolutely lays waste like the DPS and nuker type that it truly is. Now, if KAISER Arc isn't necessarily of your particular interest or type, now we also have two other boosted rates that will be going live this week as well with KAISER Arc that are just as exciting and worthwhile all the same if you manage to collect them. The first of which is KXK02 Kroit Bison, with a kit of Slash, Long Shot, Beam Sword, Biped Legs, and the leg ability of Weapon Master. Now, Kroit Bison also is capable of meta-changing into a gunman type form, with this kit exchanged out completely for Meteor, Hyper Beam, Giga Gatling, Biped Legs, and Gunman. In addition to him, we also have the other model that was introduced with the anniversary that year, which would be DVL-04 Gothic Mate, with a kit of Big Bang, Double Railgun, Biped Legs, and the leg ability of Pure Heart. Now, much like Kroit Bison, Gothic Mate also is capable of transforming into an alternative type mode, this mode exchanging her kit out entirely for Inferno, Double Ghost, Biped Legs, and Auto Charge. Now, like I said, if KAISER Arc isn't necessarily a model of your particular type or choosing, or if you manage to snag either Kroit Bison or Gothic Mate on the side for the boosted rates, you really can't go wrong with this banner because all three of the models listed are fantastic with their numbers across the board, and with the incredible versatility that both Bison and Gothic Mate bring to the table, even if you walk away with one or both of them and no KAISER Arc, I would still honestly call that a win, because even in current competitive meta, you see both these sets either as pure sets or mixed parts fairly decently and fairly commonly in current competitive, like I said, so going to be a very lucrative banner all the same. For Fierce Battles we have this week, it's going to be a very mixed utility between both male and female this week. Starting us up on this top row, we have FSK0 Jinban Fairy with Charge Plant, Double Claw, Flight Legs, and Snow type. We have RAY04 Arago Star with triple beam, wield legs, and excel, and KAP01 Kappa Lord with beam, double anti-C, sea legs, and forester. On this bottom row, we're starting off with MDK0 Hemadacker with repair, double wave, sea legs, and adapter. JEL0 Pururun Jelly with triple missile, tank legs, and fortress. And CLB02 Side Move with hammer, conceal, guard, sea legs, and explorer. Now, honestly, between a lot of these models here, it's going to be a lot of specialized leg types, as you see here, but a good chunk of them also have leg abilities that kind of either negate their terrain incompatibilities or even find a way to give them an extra boost across the board. Side move, for instance, Sea Legs with Explorer gives him mastery on road or arena terrain. Hemadacker with Adapter is A rank on all terrains across the Jinban Fairy Snow type is S rank on snow terrain where all others are not. And even Pururun Jelly, again, is Fortress, which is a free stackable damage reduction. So honestly, you really could go any direction here with any of the Fierce Battles and not really go wrong with who to expect, because they're all worth farming and at least collecting the parts for. That being said, I would have to give MVP of the week to two models this specific. Those two, in particular, are Jinban Fairy for Flight Legs and Snow type, which is incredibly invaluable for that very difficult terrain that a lot of models tend to struggle on very consistently. And Pururun Jelly for Tank Legs with Fortress is really hard to argue against as well, given that Tank Legs already get an impressive damage reduction anyway, so stacking an extra 30 or 20% on top of that is going to be just more icing on the cake to guarantee that that Jellyfish type, or whoever's using his legs, is most certainly not going to be going down very easily or anytime soon. Now, one other thing that was mentioned, kind of as an off mention as well, is Arc Beetle, the original KBT-04, is getting a permanent all-stat boost across the board to kind of keep him up with the time's free tune-up bonuses. So as you see here, the bonuses are relatively nominal in some cases. His head armor there at the top adds about 300 more HP to it. Heat and Cool, and even Heat and Cool kind of get just a little bit of a bonus there. Arms both get an extra HP bonus as well, damage bonus, and just a little bit of a Heat Cooler success depending on what it is. Legs get just a little bit faster as well with some extra armor, and just a little bit more of that melee resist to kind of bolster it just a little bit. And again, this is prior to any post-tune-up bonuses, so these will stack on top of anything you've already unlocked. So, Arc Beetle honestly is a model that you also can't go wrong with for some incredible shooting synergy. And post-tune-up, fully tuned up, he becomes even faster, more dangerous, and even more of a threat as long as he's allowed to remain on the field. So this is going to be a very big perk for a lot of Arc Beetle mains or a lot of Arc lovers as well. So if you do have him, do make sure you double check on that as well, post-tune-up bonuses, and just kind of see how much better he got or if there's any noticeable changes at all. Now for anniversary stuff, this time around we'll be celebrating the 5th anniversary of Medarot S with Koishimaru and Saki. So as you see here, they will be getting specialized skins to celebrate the 5th anniversary of the game, along with specialized abilities. Koishimaru's will buff Success and Heat up for a maximum stack of 750 or 1500 respectively, stacking up to 5 times for 1 turn. So that means if you end up using those, using skills up to 5 times before activating the skill, you can get an additional bonus that turn that you do activate it. Same thing can be said for Saki, which will buff the left arm or drive C, whichever is applicable, attack by a stack of 800 each up to 3 times for a max of 2400 to bonus power for 1 turn. So same case as Koishimaru is you are going to have to use it a couple of times and then activate the skill to get that maximized bonus. But then once you do, you will most certainly be cooking with most likely a death blow kind of scenario there, because an extra 2400 power on top of more or less anything else is extremely hard to argue and even harder to tank against without losing at least something in the process. Now, aside from all of those, there were actually a lot of ticket-based gacha banners that will be going live this week as well. Currently unknown if they will be just giving us the tickets immediately or if we will have to be earning them through events, but as you see here, there are a lot of gacha tickets on the table for incoming anniversary banners. As you see there, for the 5th anniversary Medarotters, for a KBT exclusive banner, 5th anniversary in general, and of course a 5th anniversary Medarotters banner in general. Now, a handful of these are actually going to tie into another major quality of life update that we're getting just a little further I'll talk about, but when I do get to that, it will make sense down the line. So this is most certainly an event that you do not want to miss out on, because it's going to be a pretty lucrative event over this next couple weeks, 2 to 3 weeks actually, in general, as we celebrate 5 years of Medarot S. Now, starting off Wave 1 of this event for Medarot S, we have the opportunity to earn one new medal, a previously enemy-only NPC, and a rerun medal. Now, the model in particular we see here is a returnee from the days of Medarot 5, which is BOY0 Hashimoku, with a kit of anti-air, double rifle, biped legs, and a sail. We can also earn the Hercules medal, which has a mastery in shooting, support, and defense, and leg masteries and biped, multi, and wheel. So essentially kind of a Mach 2 version of the traditional KBT medal that we have thus far. We can also re-earn, or earn if you missed it the first time, the Bird medal, which has a mastery in shooting, support, and setup, and leg masteries in wield, float, and flight, which, like I said, is a rerun medal. So if you missed it the first time, or the first couple times that they brought it back around, this will be a very lucrative event for you as well that you most certainly do not want to miss out on. This event will be featuring the Metapon, much like it has been in previous anniversary years. To explain the Metapon, it's basically a Wheel of Fortune masked as a ticket-based event. And as a ticket-based event, that does mean bonuses will stack per part equipped across the team. No longer maximum bonus rate based on one single part, so it's going to be easy to collect tickets on here. As for the Wheel of Fortune, basically you'll spend tickets to earn rewards in different tiers of the reward system. When you empty a box, you have the opportunity to move forward or completely empty the box and collect all the resources in it. And this is how you'll be earning all the rewards through this event. Hashimoku, both of the medals, and even a lot of other limited time rewards such as Biplasium and rubies and other really limited time resources as well. So this is going to be a very easy to farm event reward as well. So as you see here, starting us off with the first wave of red tickets, KAISER Arc will be spearheading that bonus at a +3 per part equipped. The secondary bonuses, Ophiuchus, Yatsukubi Daija, Should Wyvern, Kreutz Bison, and Gothic Mate will give you a +2 each, and the Fierce Battles at a +1. For the Metarotters, it'll be a +3 bonus for specifically Anniversary Koishimaru, and a +2 for either of the previous male Anniversary Metarotters, as you see here, which you have chances of in the 5th Anniversary banner as well. And for the regular Metarotters, it'll be a +1 bonus for the R rank, the S rank, or the N ranks of base of Koishimaru, or the standard version, Kazumi, Iki, Arase, or Hikaru as well. So like I said, it's going to be relatively easy to farm for a lot of tickets this time around, especially since a lot of these models have been around for a while now, and if you played longer than a few months, you probably will have seen 1 or 2 of them at most. We also have a new round of Marathon Survival that will be going live this week as well, at least a 2 round of that, as you see. To explain Marathon Survival briefly, upon completing the round, all 12 of the parts you used are added to a banned list, which means you are not able to select those parts again until you reach the checkpoint or you clear the stage. So this is going to be a test to see if you've been staying up to date with raising a lot of parts, even ones that you don't use immediately, and as well as how flexible you are with using parts that you probably don't use super often, if at all. So this is going to be a very good way as well to farm for a lot of limited resources, and of course a lot of rubies that you'll be using as well over the course of these next couple weeks. We also have 2 new BGM packs that will be available for purchase as well in the game, featuring BGM packs from Medarot 5, and it's quite frankly about time, featuring popular BGMs such as Hot Rod, which is the main battle theme, and essentially the one being remixed from my current BGM, Beat the Diamonds, the final boss theme, and Riots, which is the boss theme from Medarot 5. So both these packs will be relatively easy to obtain. You can find them on the in-game store, or the web store as well. I forget which one specifically, but you can collect those pretty easily if you are able to make purchases. Not that they're necessary because they're just additional BGMs and completely optional, but they are permanently available basically anytime going forward, once this patch does go live. Now, some of the other major changes that will be going live with the quality of life, which will likely tie into with all the gacha tickets that we're getting, is there's a lot of gacha banners that will be getting some major expansions starting us off with this new year of 2025. As you see here, the pickup gacha, which is basically any non-standard permanent banner, will be getting a lot of models that we will have seen pretty much from the start of 2024 all the way to the end. Gabriven, Tomoe, Bisha Mokubero, Milkness, Protomusha, Chillful Bunny 2, Decides, Taurus, Thunder, Hell Magnate, Black Lester, Roll Beauty, Pom Pom Mate, Sappho Behemoth, Basalt, Aurora, Fancy Pearl, Sea Swallow, Hote Pushin, Daikoku Mahakata, Uriel, Rafault, Croix Bison, Gothic Mate, Megawan, Niudo, Salvation, Yata Crow, Navikamu, Hero Suicide, Omega Stag, Should Wyvern, Sphinx, Brutus, Den Cat, Yatsukubi Daija, Abyss Greater, Empress Patra, Teki Mamira, Charles de Nurse, Saint Vitalis, Musketeer Rado, Punai Nina, Musha Beetle, Kairen, Bahamut, Brave Man, Dear Hero, Steam Gunner, Chugan Ho, Clear Maid, Black Cruz, and Alba Noel. Whew. Oh boy. So as you see here, a lot of very powerful models will be officially added to the pickup banners going forward, which means the rates may or may not get a little bit of a balance as well, but that still does mean that we have an equal chance for just as many powerful models to spook us as well, even if they're not the ones we're going after right away. The new additions to the Medarot gacha will be just a little easier to tell as you see here. Not nearly as many PNGs, and they put them all right here for me, which made it a whole lot easier. But they are all rare, R rank only, so they're going to be just a little easier to obtain compared to most other standard Medarot banners, and most likely will be poking around in permanent Medarot banners going forward. But as you see, most of these are previously main NPC or characters that we've met through the story of Arase and Hisaki. For instance, Moonshadow and Ranuncula, who were previously antagonists of previous story chapters, as well as even some new faces that we just started meeting along the way as well. Now, the Meta Search Redeem will also be getting a handful of new models added as well. And to explain Meta Search briefly, essentially you'll be deploying Metarots out on timed missions over real time between 1, 4, and 12-hour missions, and you can redeem 12k of those collected points for one single part of essentially a model of your choice. Which means you'll be farming for a while if you plan to use this for full sets, which I actively do not encourage. But that being said, the new faces that will be going live in that specific pool, as you see here, are a number of handful of ones that we have seen through this previous year as well. Windsylph, Cinema Queen, Wanderer, Fermion, and Boson, Mystery Cats, Anahat, Takayasha Hime, Flame Vulcan, Aquanereid, Ragna 6 left and right form, Lealila 3, Leafeton, and Fair Pearly, Goldfin, Amira Magus, and both crafty forms of Saikachis and Dorcas. So a lot of very powerful parts as well. Even if they're only just one part at a time, there's still a lot of very exceptionally good parts that you can't go wrong with collecting when you are able, or if you choose to, redeem that 12k point cap for a single part of choosing. Lastly, the exchange ticket, which is basically a purchased unit of choice known for the Start Dash gacha, as well as getting a handful of new models added as well. Basically, they're a handful and mix of the pickup banner upgrades and the Meta Search as well. So as you see here, Bahamut, Brave Man, Dear Hero, Steam Gunner, Chugan Ho, Clear Maid, Black Cruz, Alba Noel, Windsylph, Cinema Queen, Wanderer, Hermione, Boson, Mystery Cat and Anahat and Takayasha Hime, Flame Vulcan and Aquanereid, Ragna 6 left and right forms, Lealila 3, Leafeton, Fair Pearly, Goldfin, Amira Magus, Saikachis, and Dorcas C as well. So if you do manage to buy the unit of choice ticket from the web store, these are also models that will officially be going live in the exchange ticket as well that you could redeem for. And like I said, they're all exceptionally good models that you really can't go wrong with using anywhere. So no matter which one you pick, you're always going to end up with something exceptionally useful. Moving away from Medarot S related stuff, we are still always looking for translators to assist us with any current projects or endeavors, especially right now with Medarot 3 being the main spearhead project, as well as a handful of the original Medarot translation for the manga. So if you are knowledgeable in coding, cleaning, Japanese, and have some time on your hands, or if you know somebody that might be able to lend a hand, feel free to send them my way or join our Discord in the link provided below, and we're most certainly able to get you in touch with the right people to fill you in on what still needs done. The more people we have to assist us with these projects, the faster we can see them done and finally see the tail end of the Ikki saga with Ikki Metabe. since Medarots 2 through 4 were the story of the most iconic characters that we all know. I would love to see that finally translated and see everyone officially enjoy Miss Hirano Kana's story as well. Since previously mentioned, when I spoke with her, she said Medarot 4 was the favorite game that she had that she wrote the story for. So again, join us in our Discord, reach out to me and ask around, and we can most certainly get you in touch with the right people. Now, at the weekly art highlights here on the MNN, this one was just a fairly recent addition in the last couple days, and I'm only highlighting this one piece specifically for just how many different pieces that they stuck in here. But my dear friend Iron Clark at Clark Designer decided he's going to be doing a whole bunch of collages, essentially, with a bunch, and I mean a bunch of various models as you see here. Just based on the top one alone, a lot of the Survivor-type models, Alpha Soma and Lars Mondi, Umbre Bats, Trap Spider, Dave, Geodeath, Gatsukubi Daija, lots of nice-looking models in there as well, and I love the very strongly shaded cell-shaded style as well they went for. On the bottom row, same thing with the main fight scene with a lot of the iconic S characters, Black Cruz and Charles the Nurse as well included. Wonderful work. Definitely give Iron Clark a follow as well if you want to see more of their art in your feed. I am very excited to see what these other collage banners that they'll be working on as well going forward. One other big piece of news to note is that I will be guesting in a collaboration on a friend's channel here this coming Sunday. So make sure you tune in on my friend Grimalkin's channel at twitch.tv.grimalkinbastet, where we will be playing golf with friends, with all the chaos that is likely to ensue with that. So join us on her channel specifically on this coming Sunday, January 19th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm not 100% sure if I'll be streaming my end, but good chance I might be, question mark. So, but specifically, do make sure that you tune in on Grimmel's channel as well, just to kind of show her your support that I sent her way, and just tell him that your old pal Kura sent you, because it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm very excited to be able to guest on another person's channel for a friendly game. One last bit of word before I do wrap us up is, as a friendly reminder, I am always open for commission. So if you are looking for a live 2D model ready to rig, 3D models with the works, emotes, or standard art of varying degrees of complexity, as you see, I am fully open to that. You can reach out to me on Twitter, Discord, or Blue Sky, and I'm going to really push on this as well, because my work situation is definitely not improving. I am very much so open to commission, even at reduced prices. So do feel free to reach out to me, and we can most certainly try to make something happen. But that does basically cover everything for this week's episode. So like I said, it is going to be a very busy week to start hyping up the anniversary, 5th anniversary of Medarot S, and celebrating just how many years this game has gone and still going strong, which is the most important thing. So with that being said, if you'd like to know more, you can follow us below on Facebook at the Medarot News Network page, or the Metabots Forever community on there as well, that I do also run and manage. You can also join us on Discord in the link provided and in the comments below to keep an even closer ear to the ground on the action. This includes any new links to merchandise, fan art, contests, my weekly episodes, or anything else of the like. That's the first place you're going to hear the news before it goes anywhere else. You can also reach out to me on Twitter, Discord, or Blue Sky at Isagami Kura. So if you have any questions or feedback or comments or suggestions, if you'd like to commission me, or if you'd like to collaborate with me, I'm more than happy to try to make something happen. So feel free to reach out to me. My DMs are always open, and we can most certainly try to coordinate some schedules or make something work. Lastly, do give my friend Grimalkin a follow as well at Rana with that splurge of numbers to see more of their chaotic stuff in your feeds as well. Great friend, wonderful personality. You most certainly will not be sorry seeing another wonderful VTuber in your feeds, and even on your Twitch feeds as well when she does go live. And do follow Omeka AOZR, which, for those that are out of the loop, is also known as Mr. Fujioka Kenki, who was the designer for KAISER Arc and a handful of other fantastic designs. You most certainly will not be sorry to see a lot of their art in your feed as well. But with all that being said, as always, I do appreciate you all for stopping in, just as you always do. And until next time, this is your host, Kura Isagami of the Medarot News Network, signing out.